Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, we've been going through the showcase of the independents, and we're going to continue with that, but we're going to take a step aside. We're going to do the best of New Japan Pro Wrestling from 2022. Just like I've done with the Warrior Wrestling and Game Changer Wrestling, we're going to do the 22 best matches of 22 for New Japan Pro Wrestling. We are mere hours away from Wrestle Kingdom 17. I definitely wanted to get this up before Wrestle Kingdom because there are actually matches on my best matches of last year that happened at Wrestle Kingdom 16. So, first and foremost, we're going to know who the champions are, and then we'll get into the top 22 matches. Right now, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion is Switchblade Jay White. The IWP United States Heavyweight Champion is Will Ospreay. As you can see, I'm United Empire all the way. The currently IWGP World Tag Team Champions are FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion is Taiji Ishimori. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Junior Tag Titles, or Catch 22, Francisco Akira and TJP, part of United Empire. And then the IWGP Women's Champion is Kairi. The Never Openweight Champion is Carl Anderson. The Never Openweight 6-man tag titles belong to House of Torture, which is a sub-team of Bullet Club, Evil, Sho, and Yujiro Takahashi. The New Japan King of Pro Wrestling Championship at the end of 2022 was Shingo Takagi. We've learned that title at the end of the year, it goes vacant, and then we start fresh at Wrestle Kingdom, and then run it the whole year. On New Japan Strong, the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion is Fred Rosser. On New Japan Strong, the Openweight Tag Team Champions are the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Now for the matches. So last year for 2022, there was 1,128 matches in New Japan Pro Wrestling, 9 women's matches and 3 intergender matches. So I have 14 4.5-star matches, 5 4 3/4-star matches, and then 3 5-star matches. When I run down the 4.5 and the 4 3/4, they're not in any particular order, they're just there. So anywhere from 9th on my list to 22nd on my list, those are all 4.5-star matches. So the way I'm listing them doesn't mean one is better than the other. It's just all the 4.5s are lumped together. So the first one came from New Japan Stardom Historic Crossover on November 20th. It was the IWGP inaugural Women's Championship match. We had Kairi versus Maya Iwato. Kairi got the victory on that. I gave it 4.5. Next up, from Battle Autumn Day 9, October 26th, Ren Narita versus Tomohiro Ishii. Ren Narita getting the victory there. That one's also 4.5. From December 10th, Declaration of Power, NJPW King of Pro Wrestling Championship. The gimmick on this, because there's always a gimmick on those, Who's Your Daddy, was literally the gimmick on this. It was champion Shingo Takagi versus El Phantasmo. Shingo Takagi got the victory, 4.5-star match. Also from Declaration of Power, we had Kazuka Okada versus Jonah. Suzuka Okada got the victory, 4.5. Same show, IWGP World Heavyweight Title, main event. We had champion Switchblade Jay White versus Tama Tonga. Jay White getting the victory, retaining his title, 4.5-star match. On September 25th, from Burning Spirit Day 14, we had the IWGP United States title on the line, champion Will Ospreay versus David Finlay. Will Ospreay retained his title, 4.5. We have from G1, August 17th, Day 19, Will Ospreay versus Naito. Will Ospreay getting the victory, 4.5. From G1, Day 1, July 16th, Will Ospreay versus El Phantasmo. We had Will Ospreay getting the victory there as well. Gave that 4.5. Now, I've seen Will Ospreay, El Phantasmo, gosh, since 2018, I've seen these guys wrestle one another, from Red Pro and Defiant in the UK through Red Pro and then New Japan. I think there's a couple other places I've seen them. But that's one of those, anytime you want to just have a good match, just go throw El Phantasmo and Will Ospreay out there, and we'll go out there and put a banger of a match on. Also, from the day one of the G1, we had Kazuchika Okada versus Jeff Cobb. That as well was a 4.5. From June 12th, Dominion at Osaka Joe Hall, we had IWGP World Heavyweight Championship on the line. We had the champion, Kazuchika Okada, going up against Switchblade Jay White. This is where Jay White won the IWGP title in a 4.5-star match. 6 of the last 7 times at Dominion, the title has changed hands. And also 4 of the last 5 at Wrestle Kingdom, which is, again, in a few hours. Then number 12 on the list comes from the Best of the Super Junior, Day 13. On June 3rd, we had El Desperado versus Hiromu Takahashi. We had Hiromu Takahashi getting the victory there. He actually went on to win the Best of the Super Junior. That was 4.5 as well. Number 11 on the list come from New Japan Capital Collision. We had the IWGP Heavyweight title, IWGP United States Heavyweight title line in a fatal 4-way. We had Juice Robinson versus former champion Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay. And this is when Juice Robinson won the IWGP US title. I gave that one 4.5 as well. On May 1st, from Doku, we had the IWGP US title on the line. Hiromu Takahashi taking on Ishii, Tomohiro Ishii. We had Hiroshi Tanahashi getting the victory there, retaining his title, 4.5. From number 9 on the list comes from Windy City Riot. We had Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay, a match that I was wanting to see for a while. Jon Moxley got the victory. I gave it 4.5. Number 8 on the list. So from 8 through 4, these are all 4 3/4 star matches. When I rate a match from 0 to 5, I will never go above 5. I will never go below 0. So as I'm watching the match, if it's one of those Money in the Bank cash in or some type of cash in, typically it's going to be a 0. The 24/7 title that WWE had, it's always a 0. Then if there's any moves at all, it starts at a 1/4 star and works its way up. All based on my enjoyment, all based on how I'm feeling with this match as it flows. Is it, a Will Ospreay, Jon Moxley kind of match? Are they hitting all their spots? Are they making it where I'm interested in it regardless of what's going on, The next up on our list here, from Battle of Autumn Day 16, Will Ospreay, IWGP US Champion versus Naito. This match, I was really intrigued by it because of Naito and Ospreay, and it delivered in pretty much all aspects for me. Will Ospreay got the victory. I give it 4 3/4. You'll learn the more you watch my shows, more you look at my star ratings. I save 5-star matches for those elite matches. So when I say a match is 5-star, that is the elite of the elite matches. That is one of those things where very rarely do I was like 5-star. I mean, again, New Japan Wrestling had 3 last year for me, 5-star. If you look at some other people that rate matches, they had probably 6 or 7, 5.5 or more star New Japan matches. So next up on the list here is from the G1 Day 12, August 6th, Shingo Takagi versus Will Ospreay. Again, this is kind of like Ospreay and El Phantasmo. I've watched these guys from the Battle of the Super Juniors now into the G1. We've seen them too at Wrestle Kingdom. Shingo Takagi versus Will Ospreay. Shingo Takagi getting a victory. I gave it 4 3/4. Speaking of Best of the Super Juniors, Day 9, May 26th, Robbie Eagles versus El Phantasmo. Robbie Eagles getting the victory. I give it 4 3/4. New Japan Cup, Day 13. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Will Ospreay, March 21st. Zack Sabre Jr. beat Will Ospreay on that day. 4 3/4 star match. One day later, so it was New Japan Cup Day 14. It was on March 26th. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shingo Takagi. Zack Sabre Jr. got the victory there as well. 4 3/4 star match. The next 3 matches I gave 5-star to. So again, when I'm saying 5-star match, these are the elite of the elite. These are some of the best matches you'll ever see. Number 3, from New Japan Royal Quest 2, Day 1, IWGP World Tag Titles on the line. Champions FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood versus Aussie Open, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis. Crowns up, people. United Empire. FTR getting the victory. If you've not seen this match, go find it. 5-star classic tag match. FTR getting the victory there. Number 2 on the list. G1 Climax, Day 20. August 18th. Suzuki Okada versus Will Ospreay. A rematch of Wrestle Kingdom last year. Same outcome. Kazuchika Okada getting the victory. There's nothing better than this. 5-star match, Suzuki Okada winning. Take that back. There's one match that was better. And actually, I don't know if it was better, but it was equal. Like I said, there's matches on this top 22 from Wrestle Kingdom 16. This is it. Night 2, January 5th. New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom 16, IWGP World Heavyweight Title, Champion Suzuki Okada versus Will Ospreay. When I did the preview last year, this is the match I wanted here. I thought Ospreay would win it. Kazuchika Okada, he beat Shingo on night 1, beat Ospreay on night 2 to win the title and retain the title. 5-star classic. One of the best matches I've ever seen. Again, Kazuchika Okada, you cannot go wrong with one of his matches. I mean, if he's not the best wrestler in the world, I don't know who is. As much as I like Will Ospreay, as much as I want Will Ospreay to be considered the best in the world, Okada is just, I mean, it's like this. Okada, Ospreay. Eventually, I think Ospreay will surpass him, but we get Okada versus Jay White at Wrestle Kingdom this year. We get Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. So 1 year from now, when I'm doing this best of 2023, wouldn't be shocked if both those matches don't make it, if not one of them. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for the review of Wrestle Kingdom 17 about 24 hours away from now. I will get the show watched tomorrow, finish it up tomorrow evening, and do the review about 24 hours from now. You'll have that review. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.